Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's John Cole. As you probably well know, I'm the correspondent for the BBC politically, and now tonight we're all gathered here for a very special occasion. I was asked would I like to go to a party. I says no, I wouldn't go to any Conservative or Labour party because I wouldn't take any sides. But then I was asked to go to Father McGee's party. Well, I said, well, that sounds good to me. So I decided to bring along some of my friends here.
Well, Mr. Cole, I'd just like to make a protest here before you start, please. I would just like to make a protest.
I would be very surprised, Ian, if you didn't. You've been doing it this last 20 years.
Well, Mr. Cole, I would just like to say that I was walking my dog down the Ravenhill Road, and a car stopped, and I was pulled into that car. And the last thing I knew, I was up here. And I'd never seen as many females on one place. Well, let me tell you, Mr. Cole, it does put the frighteners up you, like, you know.
Now, Mr. Paisley, you're okay, you're among friends.
Well, that's what you think.
Now, Mr. Paisley, have you brought your wee mate with you?
Well, I thought I would write Jerry for a bit of moral support.
Jerry, what do you think yourself? Do you think you'll be safe up here?
Hey, bit of cool, I don't want to say nothing. But like, you know, I'm a wee bit dodgy about up here myself, like, you know, because the guy took myself up across the water, like, you know, and the thing started getting a bit hot, like, you know.
I know you didn't. I wanted to pull you about that. Why did you leave?
Well, I'll tell you why I left, Mr. Cole. I was getting too hot and heavy for him, and his banger reserves couldn't hold out it.
Now, Mr. Paley, that's a lie. I was made a lord.
A lord? A lord? You're like a big tubble lord, there's that much grease in your neck. You're dirty, loving piggy.
Now, Mr. Paley, there's no need for that now. There are a lot of Catholic people here and a few priests and all.
Yes, and that's another thing I want to say. Like, I have been a vicar for 35 years. 35 years have I been a vicar for. And not once has anybody ever held a party for me.
Well, Mr. Paisley, you have enough parties. How many parties do you want? You have the DUP and the Unionist Party all on your back.
Well, Mr. Cole, it's like this here. I will be the first to say that I have a party every Saturday night when you're not going to.
Right. Sit yourself down there, Mr. Paisley. I want to bring in Prince George here. He's brewing and spicy and his helicopter's landed on the roof. You probably heard him coming in.
You meant to say you brought pig ears? You brought pig ears here tonight? His mother still owes me a tenner. One garden party I was at, she forgot to tip the waiter and she says, Ian, could you lend us a few quid? And I have never got it back.
Well, I'd just like to say I've got that tenner with me here. Mr. Paisley, I brought it to love tonight. Unfortunately, my mother couldn't hear, but she sends her best wishes to Father McGee. Apparently his birthday is something similar to Mum's. Have you anybody in your honours list that you would like to make a night? Father McGee. Obviously, nothing. Well, I just like to thank you all very much indeed for giving this wonderful man such a great reception. It's greatly appreciated by Mummy and myself.
Well, what'll do you now? You go on back in your helicopter before somebody puts a bullet in you.
Now, Mr. Paisley, settle yourself down here. For God's sake, you're getting out of hand. Now, there's a wee man from Clonus here. He's a great wee boxer. I always said he couldn't box eggs. But we brought him here tonight to say a few words and to thank a few people. I think you know who I mean. Well, I'd like to take this opportunity here tonight to thank Father McGee very much indeed. And I'd like to thank all the priests and all the people for coming, you know. And I'd like to thank you all. And I'd like to thank Mr. Eastwood for giving the 50 quid. Very good man, Mr. Eastwood. Well, he used to give me £40 a week. For that there I got my mouth knocked in, but I didn't tonight. And I'd like to thank your wife, Harry, for washing my trunks. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank me, Joey the dog, for running with me every morning. Thanks very much, Joey. What? Thank you, Barry McGuigan. Now, who Who else have we got here? Jimmy Cricket. Would you like to say a few words? Ladies and gentlemen, come here. I walked into the butcher's and I says, come here. I says, could I have a pound of bacon? He says, lean back. I says, could I have a pound of bacon? I went into the York Street station. And I said to the conductor, I says, come here. I says, oh, I want a return ticket. He says, where to? I says, back here. Thank you very much, Jimmy Cricket. Now, obviously, you all know that the late, great James Young has died, but his great-grandson's here. Now, you're all wondering how his great-grandson was here, aren't you? Because he wasn't married. But he's going to do a few impressions that his great-grandfather used to do. And one he was very popular was Mrs. Cherry Belly. Oh yes indeed, you know, I'm very poor, and it's great to be here among all these rich Catholics. I live in Cherry Belly, you know, we're awfully well off. We have 2 deck tours out the back. And my husband works in the bank, you know. Yes, he does. My husband works in the bank, but last week he swallowed a pen. But the doctor said he's right well now. And we go to Bangor twice a year for our holidays. So we do. Thank you, Mrs. Cherry Valley. Now, what about your mommy? Oh, my mommy. My mommy's a great woman, my mommy is. Derek. My name's Derek. Do you know me? Do you remember Derek? There's the wee pant. Do you remember Derek, love? Well, yous are all just like my mommy. My mommy's a great woman, you know. My mommy's up in years, you know. Well, my mommy's great, but she's great for years, and she always looks after me. She makes me put my vest on every morning, my mommy does. She's awful good to my mommy. So she says, I must say, my mommy's great now. Now, I'd like to thank us all, and I'd like to thank Father McGee for letting me come up here tonight and say a few words on his behalf. He's a great wee man under no mom life. And he's great, absolutely great, it's wonderful. And if you can make a word out of that there, you're good. Thank you, Derek. Now, we're going to close up here. Well, Mr. Paisley, I heard you had a bit of bad luck the other week.
Well, that's quite true, Mr. Cole. I was sitting in the house the other week and a knock came to the door. I said to myself, who could that be at this time? I wasn't expecting any guests. I opened the door and there was a man standing there and he says to me, Mr. Paisley, I'm from Lutwoods. I says, my God, have I won the pouch? He says, no, your wife Billy's been caught shoplifting.
Before you go, you're a great man with the pensioners, I heard.
Yes, Mr. Cole.
And there's plenty of pensioners around here tonight. Have you any message for them?
Well, Mr. Cole, I am a great man for the pensioners. I do an awful lot for pensioners, I do indeed. They come to my church every Sunday, and I will not let them put less than a fiver on the plate. I will not let them put any more than a fiver on the plate. Now, I do not think that's absolutely wonderful.
But surely to God you should be giving them a fiver.
Now, Mr. Cole, let me honest about it, like, what they're going to give them, would you not take it of them?
Like, that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to go here because there's other people waiting to get on. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you very much, and a last few words from the big man himself, for the mouth that you could put half a trumpet into. Mr. Paisley, if you were asked to become a priest, what would your response be?
Well, Mr. Cole, let me make it quite clear here today and among the people of Twinbrook. Let me make it quite clear, if I was asked to join the priesthood, I would just say, never! 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 Thank you!
Thank you very much. Thank you.